There is no truth in what is happening. It's just a flash of light in a millisecond. There is no truth in a dream. This is very hard to truly 100% accept, because we don't like to think, well, my way in which that event happened is my side of the dream and your side of the dream is different. And it's not that I'm right, you're wrong. It's that we needed to experience different things. It's not easy. Because the only truth, the only reality is in the one that is experiencing that, and not at all in what is happening. There is no truth in what is happening. It's just a flash of light in a millisecond or even less that appears and disappears. And the impression that this flash of light leaves in your mind is just a very temporary experience. But we hold on to that because we want to base our reality on our interpretation of that flash of light. And we need that flash of light to be consistent and coherent and moving in a certain way, because if it doesn't, we feel disoriented. We say, I'm very confused. I don't know what happened that day. I need to think about it. My friend, you can think about it from now the rest of your life. You will not juice out any truth, because that interpretation of that flash of light is simply the movement of what your mind produced in that moment as a response to the events. And it shows your identification. It has no value to give you solidity or validity, or even less self-validation. I assume that who is here because they agree with this perspective. Yeah, I'm sure all of you, and when I say these things, you say, yes, of course, the only reality is the one of the self. The only reality is pure consciousness. Of course. Well, I want to see you. I want to remind you this when something doesn't go as you like it. I want to remind you this when you have an argument. I want to remind you this when there is a conflict, and say, you remembered, you agreed that your interpretation of life is not the truth, but it's your interpretation of life, and you are holding on to it because you needed to understand something out of it. But in reality, that was just a play of light of a millisecond, and there is no value in it, but the only value is in the one that is seeing it.